Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting, and welcome to Tuesday Night Gold Panning Fever, episode number 71. Let me catch up on some chat. E. Larson, I just saw your email. Number one, if it's still available, number one. Everyone goes with number one. So, Guido, sorry to hear that, man. But hopefully it'll fix itself. But if not, hopefully it's a minor problem. Reg Lab, how's it going? Matthew Dickey, how's it going? And good luck. Tonight's your lucky night. I don't need to say any more. Jason G, how's it going? HD Chevrolet, thank you for being here and being a mod tonight. Appreciate it. Jimmy Smith. Mad Hatter's in the house. How's it going? Donna's in the house. Thank you for being here, Donna. Thank you very much. Brian Stevens. Who else? Package Total. How's it going, Package? Oh, Bryce, how's it going? A3 Sky Warrior, how's it going? All right, Reg Lab, that's awesome. Good to hear. You always got to worry about those long shipments, but I'm glad it got in. Beerman's Gold Prospecting, how's it going? Welcome to the show. Ken Carbon, Curtis Clancy, Eric and Aaron Miller, Rocky Mountain Life Prospecting, Josh Ortiz, welcome and thank you for being a mod tonight. Troy Tofam, Stephen Schwant, who else? Old Sasquatch is in the house. Stephen LeBlanc, thank you for being here, Stephen. You're doing good, doing good. As usual on a Tuesday night, this week has been off. I forgot to set this show as public yesterday when I posted it. Came on an hour ago, set everything up, and I was like, why can I not find it? And I'd set it to private. Missed Saturday's show and made it Sunday for some weird reason. And then earlier today, I got a whim to change up my studio a little bit and permanent mount my forward camera, or make it more of a permanent mount. And then I forgot that I had to adjust all the settings because of the light difference for the green screen, which is what I've been doing for the last hour. And it's probably still not perfect, but we'll have to see. And Reg Lab, I don't remember which one you won, but that might be right, might be wrong. I'll have to look. I don't usually keep track of it too carefully, except for the minimums that I say. So, Thomas 907, welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. I'm sorry, let me pop out chat. I'm just jumping all over the place. Oh no, and the cat's already started. I don't know what his deal is. He's been sleeping all day. That's what his deal is. Hey, B. Greeny, thank you for joining the show. Chris W. And what else I missed? Let me get all this set up. I'm kind of out of it just because I was trying to set up for tonight's show and change my cameras and everything. One of these days, I'll be totally set and I will never have to change anything. 4.14 grams. That's awesome, Richard B. That is awesome. That's awesome. That was a mix. That was kind of like the BetterPansPaydirt. It was just mixing of all my old tailings I've had sitting around that I've just gave up on going through. So I was like, well, I'll use those. Yada 99, how's it going? 0.28. I'll have to look up my records. I'll send you a message because I think you might have missed something. I'll have to look. And yes, I did get a bag of Paydirt from Carolina Gold Girl. See? There it is right there. I have it scheduled for a Tuesday night show. I think it's next month. I don't remember the exact one. There, let me see if I can pop that up. I have it on my notes. The 15th of March. That Tuesday, we will be going through that bag wherever I just put it. We'll be going through that bag. This one right here. So yes, I did get a bag in. I might try and get it in earlier. I don't know when. I think I'll have to look. There might be another time I can fit it in a little bit earlier, but I do have her bag of Paydirt in. Thank you for asking. Hey, S-Rip, how's it going? Spider Ace is in the house. Thank you for showing up, man. They let you out of the tunnels? What's happening? Bob's Pistols and Paydirt, how's it going? So yes, I did get a bag in. But tonight, we're going to be going through a bag of Better Pans, and this is her Black Sand Challenge. So this should be interesting. I will be using the snakeskin pan again to try and see how it works. But I brought my other pans just in case it's not working. Hey, Dan, how's it going? Well, man, I'm glad you're out. It sucks having pneumonia, but it's good that you're out, man. Dave B., thank you for joining the show. Anyone else I missed, I apologize. Just holler my name out, and I'll see you eventually and give you a shout out. Under the weather. Oh, man, that sucks, man. Sorry to hear that, man. Hopefully you got some Paydirt in, so when you're feeling all better, you can pan it out. And you have a nice little bucket waiting for you, you know. Ton of panning with that bucket I sent you. Hey, Vendetta Prospecting in the house. How are you doing, man? I missed your last video. I'm like I said, this whole week I have just been out of it. So I was trying to shoot some videos and catch up so I could build out a new studio, and everything's just been kind of hectic. You know, I shot the videos and I'm kind of caught up on videos, but now I'm behind on everything else. So I need to stick to my normal routine. I'm too old to be trying to do things offset. Try and do things in advance, you mess up your whole schedule. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, Richie. Yeah. That bucket should take you a long time to go through. A long time. Oh, no, I never wash anything. It doesn't matter if it's dirty. I watched her video. She said it was going to be pretty dirty, and I'm fine with that. You know? I don't mind dirty Paydirt. That doesn't bug me too much. Organics bug me. I'm not a big fan of organics, but that's okay. I'll have dirty water. I'll set up dirty water for her. So it'll already be dirty. I won't put a fresh bucket of water for it. So. Yeah. I'm trying to keep up on chat, see if I missed anything. So, but hopefully everyone's been doing good. Finding some good gold. Gold prices have been steady. I'm really surprised and really happy with that. I keep getting worried that the price is going to drop to like $40 or jump up to 80. I think $60, you know, 50 to $60 I think is a perfect price per gram of gold. It means, you know, you can still buy a $20 bag and find some decent gold, or you can spend, you know, $80 and get a gram of gold. So, you know, the old days of $40 gold hopefully are behind us, and hopefully, you know, not until my channel's over and I've stockpiled a huge thing of gold, and then gold can jump up to like $100. You know, when I decide to close down this channel in 10 years from now and I'm sitting on 10 ounces of gold, then it can jump up a whole bunch. But right now I have zero gold, so gold needs to stay about the same price. Clay is the worst. I really dislike clay. Generally, if a Paydirt says it's clay, I won't buy it. It's just too much work. And it's also, for me, for doing a review, clay is the hardest one to do because you really have to keep going back and make sure gold just, you know, you can have this tiniest bit of clay and it'll just be covering up the gold and you can't see it, and especially really fine gold. And then you're giving a bad review, so if you don't find it all. Hey, Banshee Mining, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Shane Prothero, Ken Whalen, Rinky's Carnage crew, how's it going? Anyone else I missed, I apologize. Again, I spent all this time talking and staring at my screen and I still miss people, so. All right. Yeah. I can imagine doing a 360 on a hill. Could be a little sketch, especially when it's raining. And in case you missed it, because you haven't been here in a while, Richard, Mr. Spider Ace Prospecting, we have a 4th mod added in. Old Sasquatch Prospecting is a new mod. He is my first and only 100% subscriber mod. So I don't know how good he'll do. I might have to ban him eventually, but you know. I know, and Josh, I still need to send you a bucket of Paydirt. I've just been kind of swamped, but I haven't forgot you. I actually have the bucket sitting over there, so I just need to put some dirt and some gold in it. So I will get that off before the end of the month. I'll get it off before the end of the month, hopefully. Yeah, I say that now, but it might go out with the Patreon Paydirts of next month when I'm shipping. But I didn't forget you, so. Poor Ed, poor Spider. Ghosting. Ghosting is the worst. It's just such a. I feel for y'all. I feel for y'all desperately. Hey, Sean Sparks, Gina Whalen, how y'all doing? I think that ghosting will last forever. I think he's going to avoid you forever. Personal opinion, I think he's going to avoid y'all forever. But, you know. No, don't delete all the comments. Just self-delete. That's the best. If you just delete your own comments, then it doesn't affect anything. Thank you very much, Donna. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. You know, I can't send back emojis. I don't know why, but thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Helps keep these Tuesday nights going. So, which tonight is a Better Pans. What is this? Oh, phone, of course, always going off. And this is a Black Sand Challenge. It's got a little bit of weight to it. I don't remember how much gold's in there. Let's see. 0.3 grams. So I'm guaranteed 0.3 grams out of this. And I believe it was $29.99 when I purchased it, or I had my secret shopper. Oh, yeah, there's a secret video. I just haven't posted it, and my mods haven't reminded me. But thank you. There we go. It's up. I had it saved. I just hadn't posted it yet. There we go. Now it's at the top. Make sure you go up so you can win. Where's it at? At the end of the show, somebody will win this bag. Well, hopefully somebody wins this bag of Paydirt. 3 ounces material. 1/4 gram guaranteed, and it might have a 1/4 gram picker in there because nobody has still told me they found that picker, so it still might be in there. Ghosting, talking about dating life. I know. I should say they're avoiding each other. But yeah. Is Dizzy's in the house? Might have missed him. Hey, there's Dizzy's prospecting. How's it going? I still have some of your Paydirt to go through on a Tuesday. I have so many Tuesday Paydirts up there. I either need to do a mail call or Tuesdays. I need to go through them and see which ones can actually fill up a whole show. And the rest I need to do a mail call for to thank people that have sent me stuff. So. And E. Larson, in case you missed it, because I haven't seen you post again. Number one. Always number one. Oh yeah, Vendetta. It's going to start getting super hot there pretty soon. But I'm sure I'm over this cold weather. I'm ready for some warmer weather. So all right, let's get to the panning. And put this over there. And we're going to go start panning this out. Hey, Joey Brown, how's it going? I thought I said hi to you earlier, but if not, I apologize. And how are you doing? Oh, that's right. You went to go do something. You probably missed it when I said it. So all right, let's get ready to do some panning. Pop up the water. There we go. There's the water. Shrink down the ugly mug. There we go. And then I will just disappear. So there we go. There's the water. And I've got my XP pan. We're going to try it out again tonight. see how it does. Grab a couple things. Ice fishing tournament. Hey, LXR, how's it going? So, all right, I need to set up my chat so I can view chat. Like I said, I am just not all here today. All right, there we go. So there we go. Let me pop some gloves on, and we're going to go through this Paydirt and see how this XP pan works against some black sands. Hey, Mike Hill, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Timothy Clements. Amy, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Gold Fever, there we go. So again, we're going to be trying out this XP pan one more time, and then I'm just going to put it on my shelf with all my other pans that I've used that are not my favorite and haven't won over me. Take away from my Martin prospecting pan. This one's just too deep. If it wasn't so deep, I might have kept it around because I kind of liked it. But it's just too deep for my everyday pan. All right. So here we go. The black sand challenge. Let's dump it in. Oh, I got this pan wet. No worries, no worries. I do that all the time too. If you go through my history, you'll see there's a couple of videos that I've scratched and then re-uploaded because I had an error that I missed and then had to re-upload the video. It happens. Because I kept waiting. I was like, okay, it's going to pop up in a minute. It's going to come up in a minute. So there we go. So this is all black sands. A little bit extra stuff in there. Oh, let me turn off this other light. There we go. Might have to make it a little bit darker too. Hold on. There we go. That's all better. Should have done that before. All right, let me get... Hey, Amethyst, how's it going? Hey, we'll go finish making dinner. Hopefully it's something good. I have to make dinner after this. Couple little polished rocks in here as well. Guessing garnets. Look like garnets. Couple little bitty rocks. Not too much. Kind of looks like almost gnome beach sands. Except for... maybe. But it does have some garnets in there. I'm just going to do a little bit at a time just to see. Hey, Jose. Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Mike H., thank you. Brian Palmlin, thank you for joining the show. Gemstone Judy, thank you for joining the show. So let's see. Sure, here, I can show you the magnetics. I'm guessing, just by the weight and looking at it, I think it's going to be really heavy in magnetics. Pretty much everything. So, except for the garnets, it's all magnetics. So if you had a magnet, this would take you all of a couple seconds to pan out. So, and again, if I miss anything in chat, I apologize. Just holler a couple times or wait till I'm done panning and ask me again. But I'll try to keep up as much as I can. Yeah, it's all very, very heavy, and it's all very magnetized. I mean, which isn't the worst thing. I mean, if you're going to do an all black sand challenge, a beginner can actually, this would be a great Paydirt for a beginner to go through, because you could pan it all out, then you can use a magnet to see what you missed. Which is actually pretty smart. Ashley's Paydirts are usually pretty easy to pan. Except for this one, obviously. But this one would be a good one for a beginner to first start. The only thing that wasn't magnetized was pretty much the little bit of blinds that was in there. Well, I'm hoping it's not going to be a mission because I got my snakeskin pan here, so. But we'll find out at the end. I might have nothing in my pan left at the end of the show. And I don't remember in the description what she said, if she said what the size of the gold was, because that could make the difference. Black sands and plus 40 gold. There's Carolina Gold Girl on the show. Thank you for joining us, Carolina Gold Girl. Hey, Dibberson, how's it going? I do like the snakeskin part of this pan. The rest of it, I could live without. If they made a short pan that was all snakeskin, I would definitely get one and use it more. Yeah, well, I'm trying to wait till I get to some gold to see how it holds the gold. My guess is, just from the last one, the last Tuesday night show I did, that it'll do good on fine gold. I don't think the snakeskin really will do much good once you get larger gold and it starts being flat, and it's just going to skate right over it. There's just not enough texture there to stop that. But fine gold, it should work really good. Looks like road tar. But if you've never tried Ashley out, I really like Ashley over at BetterPansPaydirt. She's always got good Paydirt. It's really easy. If you're a novice panner, this is a good Paydirt. A lot of people always ask easy Paydirt to start with, and this is definitely one of them. Maybe not this particular bag, but her Paydirts are usually pretty easy, really clean. Hey, JP Wands and more, how's it going? And I need to start, usually I typically eat after I do all my live shows and my videos on my Saturday, but I need to start doing it before so I can start catching more of your shows, JP. But I always eat right after, then I kind of go into that food coma. And, and I wake up in the morning and I have that notification on my phone saying, oh, you missed something. Just want to see what kind of gold. So, that's gold. I haven't gotten to it yet, but there's some gold in there. Just want to make sure I'm not being super steady and all the gold is still in the other pan. I agree. Better Pans is probably, I'm sure they have other sellers that have easy Paydirt too. But she's got really good ROIs. And I've really tried to get this review up early because she was running a 10% discount and a 15% discount for certain people when she first opened her website. I actually got one of her 5-gram bags and a 1-gram bag at the 15% discount, which was well over 100% ROI. But I didn't review those bags. They were just to stockpile gold for Patreon. Actually, I had another secret shopper order me this 1-gram bag and this one. Now, is E. Larson back? Hey, E. Larson, I saw your email before the show. Number 1. I picked number 1. Unless somebody else picked it. And then I'm still picking number 1. What? Hey, one and only. How's it going? I know. I was going to take my son there the other day. But then I forgot what happened. Something happened. We were watching something and he didn't want to stop watching it. I don't remember what it was. Or maybe I didn't want to stop watching it. Oh, we were watching the UFC. And the fights were pretty good, so I didn't want to leave to go get tacos. We might go this week. Hey, Charles King. Me? What am I giving away? Oh, for tonight's show, I'm giving away a bag of my Paydirt. Or I'm going to try to give it away. Doesn't always work. 99% of the time it works, but there seems to be like 1 out of the 12. So I guess that's like 8%. So 92% of the time it works. Hey, Indiana Creek, how's it going? Brian? I just started editing my prospecting trip up there, Brian. I got that video coming out next month, finally, 6 months later. I can't do like Benzo and JP and have my stuff out a week. Reviews, yeah. Prospecting, no. And the only thing I've really done so far is upload everything to my editing software and make a thumbnail. That's it so far. So I got to get on it. It's a long video. I've got a lot of editing to do. All right. I'm not going to clean this all the way down since I'm just going to add more black sands to it. But nice little pile. There we go. I'll just put this in my pour-off pan for now. I need some more water. Oh, well, that didn't work. All right, we'll get some more Paydirt. I know. By the time I'm finished and get it up there, it'll be time to start prospecting again. Did you get that Paydirt in I sent you, Brian? Hopefully it arrived. All my mail's been coming really late again, which really sucks. Seemed like it had gotten back to normal, but hey, Miguel. Well, thank you for joining the show. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching the videos. And Beerman's Gold Prospecting, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Can't thank you, Donna, enough for supporting the channel, as well as all my Patreon members who support this channel. I appreciate all of y'all. It's because of all of y'all I get to do these Tuesday night shows, have fun, drink coffee, not a beer, but and give away some Paydirt and pan out some Paydirt. So can't beat it. Thank y'all very much. Hey, AZ Digger. Ooh, 12-hour shifts. Oh, I'm not a fan of those. I haven't done one in a long time, and I'm never going to do another one. Hey, I am Zaxxon. How's it going? Welcome to the show. Better late than never. Be a little bit more aggressive. See how the pan hands it. What's for dinner tonight? I don't know. I haven't even actually thought about it yet. Single life. It's not going to be something healthy, that's for sure. And I ran out. Tomorrow's grocery day, so I can't do ramen soup, which is usually my go-to. Just lots of noodles and vegetables. But I'm out of vegetables, so noodles and broth is okay, but a bowl of cereal, that's what I had yesterday. I had a giant bowl of cereal, and the giant mixing bowl, because I was too lazy to do anything else, and it was like 9:30, and I was like, oh, I don't feel like cooking or washing dishes. I was like, a giant bowl and a spoon, that's all I need. Hey, B Greenie, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that, B Greenie. I don't think my ugly mug needs any help, but it's ugly. Not much I can do about that. I don't think I get, over the life of my channel, I'll ever make enough money to do anything about the ugly mug, but thank you. The tomato. I do have like 2 tomatoes left, so I might do breakfast again tonight and just do an omelet. Some tomatoes. But... Hey, Gary, how's it going? Robinson Prospecting, thank y'all for joining the show. That's the best. Big bowl of cereal. I forgot I watched the season finale of Expanse last night. And the newest episode of Street Outlaws when I was eating it. Popcorn. I used to eat a lot of popcorn, but kind of stopped. I got tired of it always getting caught in my teeth. And my kids don't like popcorn. For whatever reason, my kids just do not like popcorn. Drives me crazy. That's why I don't take them to the movie theater. If you're not getting a big tub of popcorn and making yourself sick, there's no reason to go to a movie. Still, I know I still need the Ugly Mug merch. I have a January to-do list that I have not even touched yet, which really sucks. I've been working on one of them. I'm building a second studio, a portable studio, and that's kind of been taking up all my time and all my funding. But as soon as it's done, which it has to be done by Monday, that's my deadline. Then after that, then I can start getting to merch and other stuff. Well, not a lot of merch. I don't want, just the Ugly Mug. And it'll probably take me a week just to find the bookmark for the place I found to use. But is Carolina Gold Girl acting up again? I know I forgot to email you last week, Carolina Gold Girl. I have to do it. I'm going to try to remember to do it after tonight's show. I don't watch too many car shows. And it's kind of the thing is, I'm not a huge fan of the show anymore. I liked it before when they kind of, their cars weren't like, they were more street cars. Now, even though they're technically street cars, because they still have the quarter panels and the VIN numbers, they're really not. They're pretty much pro mod cars now, but I kind of got into it. Once you've been into something for so many seasons, you want to kind of keep watching. Why do you keep saying that? Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Old Sasquatch. I'm single too, but not by choice. I think my Ugly Mug is distracting. All right, no worries. I gotta get a piece of paper and write that down. I won't remember that, Josh. People always tell me. There. I wrote a note so I'll remember. I'll probably do it after the show if I can remember. I'll have to check the tracking number. Just send me a message if it doesn't show up tomorrow. It should show up by tomorrow. Post office has been horrible lately. I mean, I swear they're getting even slower. I don't know how they're getting slower. Hey, William Noel, how's it going? Wild Bill. Probably the best Paydirt seller on eBay. you've ever had. Even if it was only for a very short while. Josh. Well, I need to remember to bring sticky notes. I need to order some sticky notes and bring them down here. So I can always just sticky notes. Because those I'll do. When I write it on a piece of paper, like in fact, I just wrote it on the review sheet from this. So if I don't remember to bring the review sheet upstairs, I'll forget. But I needed to bring sticky notes. That way I can just stick them all over my laptop. So at the end of the show, tomorrow morning when I wake up, they'll all be stuck to it still. Hey, John Martell. How's it going? I don't, like I said, I don't think there's anything that could help the ugly mug. You either have to just live with it, you know. Luckily for y'all, it's only like the first 15 minutes and the last 15 minutes of the show that the ugly mug's involved. So that's why you got to hope for like good bags of Paydirt like this that take a long time to pan out. That means less mug. I haven't seen any bigger golds. It seems like all the gold's pretty fine. Now, she might say that in the description. I just forgot to look at it before the show. Trying to keep up with chat. Chat's moving tonight. David at Goldbait always has some nice samples. He charges too much, though. I like his gold, but he just, he charges too much. Now I saw Clash is getting in. He had some pieces. He had one piece of gold on there the other day. Usually when I look at Clash's gold, it's way too expensive. But he had a nice piece on there the other day I really wanted. And of course, by the time I looked at it, it sold. Robinson Prospect. It's exactly right. Vendetta just sent me something, and it went all the way to L.A. and then to St. Louis, and it should have been here Friday or Saturday, and it's still they have no idea when it's going to show up. And that's what bugs me the most. I don't mind if a package is going to be late if they just tell you, it's not going to be here Monday, it's going to be here Wednesday. But the packages like this one where it just says unknown delivery date, those are the ones that you worry about. Because those are the ones like, are they lost? Was it damaged? Are they just, stuffing everything back in a box and taping it up and saying, oops? Hey again, Jose. Thank you for making the show. Appreciate it. And anyone that missed the beginning of this show, we're going through a bag of BetterPansPaydirt.com. This is her Black Sand Challenge bag. I believe it was $29.99. I think it's still $29.99. And it's guaranteed 0.3 grams of gold. Yeah, Indiana sucks. I think our hubs are St. Louis and I don't know if Indianapolis. I thought Indianapolis was one too, but it always sucks. Used to not be this bad, but it's just getting worse and worse. All right. Let's see what we got here. This one. Got some gold in there too. I dump this in the other pan. Get some more. About halfway through. You're welcome, William. Might have to speed this up a little bit. I know I once sent a package to somebody. It was a sale on eBay. And this is when I was living in Louisiana. And they were somewhere in California, but not LA. I don't remember where in California. But it went to the mid-state hub, then it went to LA, and then it went back to the mid-state hub. Then it came to my hub in Louisiana. Then it just kept doing that route over and over and over and over. And I didn't know anything. The guy emailed me I think 45 days after I'd mailed it. He waited till right before he couldn't file a claim anymore and said, "Oh, it's lost." And I said, "Okay, let me look it up." And I looked it up, and it had just been going back and forth every week for 45 days. So I called the post office, and they said, "Okay, we'll put a stop on it." And I said, "Okay." I just gave the guy his money back. It wasn't too much. I think it was like a $50 sale or something like that. And 6 months later, that package was still every week, just going back and forth, back and forth. It's probably to this day still going back and forth, back and forth. Yeah. Is that Uper light, Sasquatch? I got a pile of Uper lights on my desk. Because my son was going through his gems, because he kind of wants to do a gem Paydirt to sell, so he can buy more airsoft. I was going through all his stuff, so he was going through all his Uper lights, ones he doesn't want to keep, because he's keeping some of his bigger gems, and just all the ones that he's got so many of, and he's got a ton of Uper lights. Hey, Brewers Prospecting, how's it going? I don't know if I said hi to you earlier or not. Oh, yeah, my son doesn't have any Uper lights that big. I think the biggest one he's got is, about half the size of a plum or something. He's got a couple like that. I might have to look for a really big one for him. Mr. Minix, thanks you for joining the show. And that's it. That's what drives me the craziest about the USPS. Is it'll go from Los Angeles to me in Indiana in one day. But then it takes it 3 more days to get delivered. It's like, it's sitting right there at the hub, in Evansville, but it's still going to take them, 2 days to get it to the local post office and a day for them to deliver it to me. Oh my gosh. If we don't get more likes, I'm not giving away any Paydirt tonight. So all you people that just can't hit that little thumbs up button, if you're undecided if you like it or not, it's because of you. We're not giving out any Paydirt. So. Hey, GS Prospecting, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. And everyone, thank you for joining the show. I appreciate all of you. I mostly appreciate the people that have hit that thumbs up button, because, Google Analytics and all that stuff, and I don't know. It's good. That's all I know. Yep, that happens a lot too. You'll send something, that you could have driven and dropped off in 30 minutes. It'll take it like 3 days to get somewhere. A3. That's it, Sky Warrior. Another thing I'm not liking. I mean, I like this pan. It's a decent pan. If I was out in the wild, I'd probably like it more. But for home panning, not so much. I like the snakeskin part. That's about it. But it's a darker blue, which from like my typical pan, it's getting a lot of glare, which is making it harder to pan. I keep getting glare spots. Richard. That's why I have my coffee. Keeps me from starving while I'm here. I know. Shipping is just... And it's not going to get better anytime soon, so... Oh no, Carolina. I think 24 hours was too short, personally. Me, personally, if it would have been me, I probably would have been able to get it. But usually I miss videos for at least 2 or 3 days. But that was a lot of work you did to get all those names. I couldn't do that. It'd have to just be a random comment picker. Because you can still tell your subs, you just tell them that they have to have the notification on that it shows that they're sub to you. And that way it shows up in the comments on your end, not their end, but that way you can see that they're actually sub to you and they're not just trying to get a free prize. I am Saxon. I don't know. I mean, I would still have to play around with this some more. I don't know if it's better than just, like my SE pan. I mean, personally, I probably think my SE pan, I would probably, if I had to pick one of the two just to go through something, it'd be the SE pan over this. But, I mean, because I don't think if you're, on a stream somewhere, you're going to be trying to get the fine gold. That doesn't make any sense. You wouldn't need a deep pan, so many big riffles, if you're going to be sitting there trying to pan out just the flower gold on a river. So, I think this pan would be better off if it was just the 3 parts, equal amounts in the 3 parts, and then they made a not a smaller, but a squatter, all snakeskin pan. Or half and half, just so you're not putting so much texture on it. And that way you would use the big pan to just chew through material, dump it in a bucket, and then when you get home, you'd use your smaller pan to get all the black sands, get all the fine gold out. Because just with these two ripples, you could get all the chunkier gold out. And then just leave something for another pan. And that's my thoughts, Philip Smith. I like the snakeskin part. Like I said, though, it doesn't make sense on a pan that's pretty much designed for being out in a stream. And it doesn't make sense if this is a cleanup pan to not have more surface area of the snakeskin pan. And there's another pan, I can't remember the name of it, but there's another pan that's almost identical to this. And how deep it is with the big riffles without the snakeskin. And it's cheaper. Glass beating a pan. I don't know. It depends on what it's made out of. Glass beating might do good on like a copper pan or something. That you could kind of, if you go overboard and it makes too many little dimples, you could actually go back and kind of fix. That might work on a copper pan. And Josh, the pan's not too bad now. I don't know what he's charging for shipping, but like I said, iPan for Gold has just this pan at $16, which isn't a horrible price for a pan. That's about the going rate for a pan is $16, $15 to $16 for most pans. So that's not too bad, $16 for the pan. I don't know what he's charging for shipping. If it's still $7 or $8, $24 for a pan. Yeah, a squat pan with just half snakeskin and half blank would be a great pan. Because this isn't, bad material. It's not going to gouge up as good as an SE pan, but it'd probably still work. It's not as hard as plastic as, say, the Martin prospecting pans that I use are. Maybe when I'm done looking at this pan for a while, I'll go and really see if I can scuff it up pretty bad. See what happens. Hex pan, I've got a bookmark, or a section of my bookmarks on my computer with all pans in it. And there was a couple, what is it, the horseshoe pan was one that I used to want to get. I've kind of given up on buying pans for a while until I can start actually using them. And then there was another one. The horseshoe pan was one. Of course, that Russian pan I really wanted, but I'm not going to be able to find. And there was one other. There was 3 pans that I thought were pretty interesting to look at. Hey, Keith and Wynn, how's it going? Hey, TM, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, which a few people are lacking at. That's it. Break out your hex pan. But what I need to do is stop squandering my money on silly things and get more pans, because I like the pans and I could save them. I actually just bought some more Gold Rush Paydirt the other day. I saw someone on eBay selling some Gold Rush Paydirt again, and I was like, And even though I know there's nothing in it, I was like, I wanted the pan really because it was a smaller pan. I think it was like $12 total. But so I did get another pan. It's just a Gold Rush pan. Maybe one day they'll be worth money, because I know there's not going to be very much gold in there. Here, hold on a second. Oh, I'll have to go look at that. Croissant, here, let me write a note on that too. Croissant pan. I like one of their pans. That sounds good. And I like winch mining, you know. I mean, I obviously liked them a lot more when they first opened, and they were trying to get their name out there, and their ROIs were a lot higher, and they didn't have all the crazy sales going on. But they have decent Paydirt. I mean, you really just have to, like, watch for like a month until you see it at a good price. Because while the price doesn't fluctuate too much, it does change $1 or $2 every once in a while. And then you really have to just calculate the ROIs. Yeah. I mean, it's easy Paydirt too. Most of it doesn't really have any fine gold in it, so. Yeah, my favorite is the Gizmos bag, just because it does have a chance to having gems. Just don't buy their gem bucket. I have a review of their gem bucket, and it was just god-awful. I know I might have to get that magnet out, or I need to stop talking so much. It's taking me way too long to pan this. It's because I keep stopping to talk and look at chat. I could probably be a little bit more aggressive with this, especially in the beginning. So if I miss anything in chat, it's because I'm trying not to use a magnet. I'm not. I have a banjo pan. I am not a fan of the banjo pan. It's funny, like half the videos you see of people using the banjo pan now aren't using them as a pan. They're just using them as, like, you know, after something runs through a sluice, it goes into the banjo pan. Then they're just using the little bit of, you know, vortex matting. They're just turning it into like a little sluice that has a catch pan at the bottom, at the top of it. You know. Oh, I wouldn't buy their gold. I don't think I've ever really looked at their gold. I think maybe once. I don't know how good or bad their price was. I know one of my friends buys some of their gold. I think he usually buys it, though, when he's buying Paydirt, because then it kind of, the gold doesn't add on to the shipping. So you're not paying just for the shipping. And he gets to pan out some Paydirt. But I like their Paydirt. I mean, I know a lot of people don't because it's the same old Paydirt. But that's anybody. If you just keep buying the same Paydirt from the same seller, you know. Well, I'm excited to do it. So I might try to move it up. I don't know if I have a spot before the 15th, because usually on Tuesdays, like today, you know, I'm doing a Paydirt from somebody I reviewed, and then I throw in the ones like Carolina's on the days where I know the Paydirt's going to suck and I don't want to spend more money. So I don't know. I might have next Tuesday. I might be able to put it in there. I haven't decided yet. I was kind of thinking about doing something else, but if you ship anything, I mean, one, if you're going to sell to somebody, That's a big difference. See, I don't really sell to anybody that's overseas, Carolina. But if you're selling to somebody, I probably, that's a rough one, because if it gets lost or something like that, they're going to do a charge back on you and you're just going to pay for it. But don't put it's Paydirt. That's one thing I've learned. Never say that it's dirt on the customs form. I just always say it's prospecting gear. And you make sure that you can't really hear the dirt moving around in it. So you got to make sure it's packaged tight. But like I said, usually it's something I gave away or something like that. So if it gets lost, it's just lost. That's it. Selling though, that could always be a problem. See, it's not so bad. Like, I know, like, if you sell stuff through eBay, selling stuff overseas isn't a pain, because they use another shipper, so it gives you tracking and insurance, because they just ship everything from all their sellers to one hub, and it goes out that way. So they can't, like, just say, oh, it didn't arrive, and do a chargeback, I think it's a snake hole bag. I'll look at once we're done panning this. Trying to distract me too much. Yeah, see, I don't even do the sterile soil sample, because then they'll still look at it, I don't send anything big anyway, so, usually it's pretty small packages. I know editing sucks. It's the worst. It depends. Like, I think I send everything first class mail, and I think first class mail is better than priority mail. It tends to, I think their sorting machines go faster or something. But yeah, see, I never say Paydirt, because the only ones I've ever had seized were ones that the country, they knew it was Paydirt. I had package to Germany get seized, and it sucks because when they seize it, if customs seizes it, they don't just send it back. They don't say, oh, that's, And I sent a whole bunch of Paydirt to Germany that got seized, and then Australia. I sent a lot to Digger, who had helped me out with my Australia month. Really, I sent him, I think, 4 or 5 bags of Paydirt, because I bought him a whole bunch of bags of Paydirt from here, and they all got seized. It sucked so bad. Probably 5 or 6 grams worth of Paydirt. I was kind of hoping they would just send it back, but nope. They probably panned it all out at the customs. Well, I'll definitely smell the Paydirt then, Carolina. Make sure it smells earthy enough. Yeah, that's what I just say. I just always say prospecting gear. Easy, because that's what it is. It's prospecting gear. This glare is killing me. All right, let's see what we got in this one. Ah, man, sorry about that, Jonathan. That sucks. There we go. That one's got a nice little pile of gold in it. Oh, where's my... Getting a little floaty here. All right, this should be the last pan. We're going to make it the last pan. Awesome. Thank you very much, Philip Smith. See, that always is so much easier because I'll see that email tonight or tomorrow. I can be like, oh, yeah, that's a great reminder. Even though I did move my piece of paper, so I'd bring it upstairs. Well, that's just probably... Matthew, that's just probably the people that left. Because we were up to 93 people watching, so a dozen of y'all have dipped out. And my ugly mug's not even on. Usually the people leave when my ugly mug's on. Like after I'm finished panning, when I start showing my ugly mug and giving away Paydirt, everyone flees. Hey, 907 Pike, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Well, old Sasquatch, I think you got a crush on Carolina Gold Girl. See? We sure do have a crush on her Paydirt. I think my Paydirt was better, but I haven't panned hers yet. Hey, Mike H., thank you for still being here. I appreciate everyone who's still here. And everyone that even joined in the first place. I know, Josh, I know. That's why I said there's only a 92% chance that I actually give away the Paydirt tonight. Because I think once every 2 months we get that one person who doesn't claim it. It's like 1 every 10 shows. Somebody doesn't claim it. I appreciate that, Jonathan. As I said you had a crush on her Paydirt then. I have a crush on any Paydirt, pretty much. As long as there's gold in it, I got a crush on all Paydirt. There's some that I quickly divorced once I saw the ROIs, but most Paydirt. That's okay, Gina. I fall asleep half the time on a lot of live shows. That's probably why some people keep up and chat. Because, see, I don't like to chat too much. I just like to watch it while I do other things or, relax on the couch and have TV on and have the live shows on. And I end up falling asleep. Me and couches, we don't get along. They just put me to sleep. Hey, Stephen Armstrong. No, I didn't do any giveaway yet. Still just panning out some BetterPansPaydirt and Black Sand Challenge bag. And I'm going really slow and I need to speed up. We might have to actually use a magnet on that last little bit. Either that or y'all just won't get to look at my ugly mug too much. All right, Brian. And yes, Davey. It depends. You have to make sure that the sand is actually from California. There might be another state that also has, but I know that it's California. But it's not enough to actually pay for the bag of sand. If you buy like 10 bags, you'll get like 4 or 5 pieces of gold. You know, there's usually like one tiny piece, one flower piece of gold in every bag. They have a dozen videos on YouTube of people getting it. Because usually it's river sand that they dredge, so it'll have a little bit of gold in it, but not enough where they wouldn't throw it in bags. No worries, no worries. Yeah, not you. When I give away the Paydirt, somebody's got to be looking at my ugly mug. There's consequences for getting something free. Well, thank you very much, William. I appreciate that. I've got a ton of videos. You can always go back and check those out. Not too far back, though, because those old videos suck. Only go back about 2 years, 2.5 years. Before that, even I won't watch those. But thank you for joining the channel. I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoy it. Make sure you subscribe and hit that thumbs up button and all the other stuff that all the other channels always say. I think after this show, I'm going to go scuff up this pan pretty good and see what happens to it. See if I can't get rid of all these glary spots. If I ruin it, I ruin it. It was only a $16 pan. Oh, the old ones. Well, they're mostly, you know, it's the same voice, the same ugly. I mean, the good thing about my really old videos is my face isn't in them. But I didn't post the ROIs, so, yeah, kind of ruins it for the video. Because originally I never intended to really stick around YouTube or make this the main objective. Originally, I just wanted people to go to my website and check the ROI out, leave comments there and stuff like that, you know. Oh my gosh, it didn't have bad sound. What happened was, at that time when I used to shoot all my videos, everything was shot with my own personal iPhone. So I bought a waterproof case just to shoot videos in case I dropped it in the water while I was panning. And I didn't realize it just muffled the sound. I still have that same pan. It is actually sitting like 6 feet away. It's right outside the door. Because when I do it, my next pan review is going to be that turbo pan again. Just so I can redeem myself for that one. Yeah, they still, I'm still slowly rebuilding that website. That's why if you check back every once in a while, the front page on it will have changed and colors and stuff like that. Just because from when it got hacked 3 years ago, they destroyed so much of the internals on it. And it's not so, you know, I had a lot of pages, so I had my, you know, all my presets got erased and stuff like that. So if I put something new on, it'll be totally different than the old stuff. I'm having to go through and manually change everything one page at a time. But yeah, you can go to my website, and the ROIs are still there. I'll leave them there. And by the end of this year, that site will be fully operational, like the Death Star. All right, let's just get it all in here for that final go. So that's my number one priority to accomplish by the end of this year, is to have that website fully operational, so people can go and see every ROI I've done, the best and the worst, at any time. I do miss Cajun food. I miss a lot of the, even though you can buy andouille sausage here and, in the grocery stores now, it's just not the same as going to a butcher and getting it. Ooh, me and Felix do not get along. I've never gotten, I think 55% is the highest ROI I've ever gotten. I mean, I like his Paydirt. I like his gold. It's nice Paydirt, nice gold, but the ROIs are just so low. I just can't. And his stuff's not cheap. If he had a $50 bag and it has a 55% ROI, I could live with it. But when you're paying like $140, $190 for a bag of Paydirt, ugh. That's just too much of a loss, I have one of my really good friends, John. He loves their Paydirt, and that's because, you get that chance of maybe finding an ounce nugget in it, But even that, I'm kind of suspicious on, since they haven't had a winner picture in like 7 years now. It was a lot better when they were probably the only Paydirt seller, so people would post those pictures, but nowadays, not as many. Yeah, I probably should, Josh. But the problem with that is, I guess I could do it because, I just have to set all the permissions so they can't go in there and start, posting all kinds of weird stuff when they get mad at me one day or something. Or they're having a bad day. But the problem is I just need to get it set so any new post that goes up is identical to the old ones. And then it's easy. Once I have, before it would take me 15 to 20 minutes to add anything new. And they would all match each other, and it was easy peasy. But I slowly work on it. Like every 2 weeks or something, I sit down and spend an hour or two on it. The problem is sometimes when I go back to it, I change my mind, and I'm like, oh, no, I don't like that. I'm going to change this. Then I spend those 2 hours redoing something I'd done before. Yeah, it is seasoned. It's hard to see with the camera, but yeah, it is very seasoned. I season everything. It is just a very shiny pan, and it hasn't been used a ton, but... And this is the only part I'm really using is the snake skin, so there's no real way you could season it where you could scuff it. All you can do is take off the oils, and that's all seasoning pan really is making sure there's no oils, and then, getting a little scratch or two, or, de-shining it a little bit. But this pan, this is the normal pan I use, and I've been using this one for 3 years probably, and it's still shiny and pretty. It's still not as scuffed up as some of my other pans. The purest gold content? You mean like you want 22 karat, 24 carats? If you're looking for high carat, you're pretty much going to be buying Australian Paydirt for the highest content. And the only Australian Paydirt I would recommend would be Life W Gold. I know, add a little paprika and basil. I know Brian just left us hanging. He says there's a bear in his backyard and his dog's going to fight it cage style. And then he doesn't come back and tell us. It might have been a skunk, though, and now he's like defumigating his house. And hey, Chef V, I saw you earlier and didn't get to say hi to you. Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Are you talking about ROI or the carat of the gold? Because I only know one seller that's selling 100% ROIs, and that's goldnuggetsales.com. Vendetta has it sometimes, but I think he's out of stock. If he's still here, he can tell me I'm wrong or right. I mean, I know there's a couple sellers that I've seen in the U.S. that say they have 22 karat gold. But the problem with that is you're not going to test every single piece of gold. So if a seller puts in, if you bought a 1 gram bag and 0.9 of it was all 20 mesh and below, and then one piece was, say, 0.1, that's the only piece that they're going to make sure is 22 karat. Everything else could be 16 karat, and you're not going to test it all, unless you're melting it all down. And by the time you melted it and tested it all, they're probably not selling anymore, or you're not going to get a refund because it's going to be too long. Yeah, Brian, see, there's other countries, most other foreign countries, the gold is a higher carat, like you said, in Scotland and stuff like that, but they don't have good Paydirt for sale. I mean, you're going to spend $100 to get 0.1, 0.2. That's awesome, Thomas. Awesome. I need to check my shipping history to make sure everyone's getting their stuff in. Make sure nothing's got lost. One thing I'll say, too, is that I'm not a big fan of with these pans and not just this pan, but panning this way to get out fine gold, is you have a lot less control of the water. If you make a mistake, so if I was doing the backwash with this pan, if I make a mistake and I splash the water up at the top and it all pours down, you can just reset and start over. But when you're doing it this way, if you make a mistake, it's in your catch pan, and then I've got to repan all that out to get it. I think everywhere but the U.S. has gold. And the U.S. has gold, but, But I think everywhere except for the lower parts of the United States have gold. Just might not be worth it to try to get, Like I know Scotland has gold, Germany has gold, and the Rhine has gold, but it's not, worth it except for as a hobby, where you go out all day and get, a couple flakes. Yeah. That's what Discovery Channel needs to do is North Korean secret gold. Have a whole bunch of prospectors go sneak across the border to get gold. Okay, let me get these couple pieces up. These are driving me crazy. Hey, Montana Treasure Hunter, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Yeah, there's no gold anywhere. I meant like deep south. Even though gold in Alabama, not much again, but you know. But it always fascinates me when you see like little islands that have gold on them. You know, 'cause you mostly think of it from coming from mountains and working its way down, but here went your garnets. Oh, I'm gonna go get those garnets back. I'm gonna have to repan this. I'm sure I missed some gold, so I'm definitely gonna repan it tomorrow. But and I'll recover those garnets. Ugh. Well, that's what always happens. If there's a nice place with good gold, some big company will come buy it all up, or you know. It's the same reason that a lot of the gold fields in, Alaska and Canada aren't being mined, is because somebody's just holding it until the right time when prices are high enough that they can make a killing off of it. And they'll never mine it themselves. But when you think about it, if you have the rights to land and you let someone else dig it, you're only getting 20%, 15 to 20%. So you need gold to be really high to get some good money out of it. So they're just waiting. Oh, no, there's very little gold in my basement, unfortunately. As I told someone the other day, the only pieces of gold I've really kept on to is the 1 ounce nugget that was donated to my channel by my wonderful Patreon members. That's on my desk. And I've kept the 2.4 gram nugget that I got out of a lynch mining jar. That's it, because that's the biggest nugget I've found to date. And once I find a bigger one, then I will get rid of that one. That was from a review. I mean, I'm sure, somebody could mail me a bigger piece of gold, or, but it's got to be for review. So that's it. Everything else, Patreon, giveaways, things like that, funding for the channel. Now, when my secret shopper stockpile is full, I've got some good gold up down here, but then eventually I burn through it. Like, my shelf is actually pretty empty right now. I've only got like a dozen bags of Paydirt up there, because I'm waiting on a new secret shopper haul to come in. Oh, I keep the studio locked up. I keep my studio locked up so he can't get in here, or he would. I have forgotten to lock it once or twice, and every time when I've come back down, he's been in here, so. And cats, all you need is one wrong thing to be in one of those bags, and the cat will tear open a bag to get it. Oh, yeah, there's still people. I was watching a video about Chernobyl where they were showing, so it's one of the things is, if you have an overhead map, Russia goes back and the United States does it too. It's a kind of like a treaty agreement where from satellite photos you can X out certain things because you don't want the general populace to know they're there. And there's a giant field with all the cars and Jeeps and trucks and fire trucks and all those things that they hauled off from Chernobyl. And it's a giant junkyard of nothing but nuked out, highly radioactive car parts. And they were showing like pictures where they declassified them just for the videos and the documentary. And they were showing how certain cars would be missing, or you'd see hoods up and stuff like that, because people were going there and people are stealing the parts off the cars to sell on on the black market. Like, could you imagine you just go like, oh yeah, I need 4 tires. You're like, I don't feel good. Ever since I got those new tires, been glowing a lot and feeling sick. All my hair fell out. You know. Yeah. I am going to weigh this up before I repan everything out, just to see how much I miss. You know, it won't be an exact because, I am chit-chatting and trying to keep up with chat. So I'm not watching my pan the whole time. But just curious to see how well the pan caught all the gold. That is one thing that's amazing. I watched another documentary about how the animals are thriving around Chernobyl, They had a couple extra eyeballs and stuff for a little bit, but not too long. They pretty much detoxified themselves. They bred it out of themselves really quick. I got 3 more minutes, then I pull out the magnet. Trying to get it as clean as possible so I don't have to, but... Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Brian. We'll find out, though. I could have lost half of it. It's guaranteed 0.3, and this looks like at least a quarter gram, so I don't think if I've lost any, I've lost a lot, which is good. You always wonder and worry. At the end of the show, there'll be nothing in here. You're like, oh, it was a dud. And you go back and it's, just sucked at panning. All right, almost got it. Throw that stuff back in the creek and let it grow. Yeah, I probably have some in my backyard. But, all right, here we go. I'm gonna run tiny magnet over it just so it looks prettier in the pan. But I'm gonna leave it in the pan because I will dump it back in there before I get it out. So there we go. Nice little pile of gold. I'm guessing that's at least 0.25. It's probably closer to 0.3. I'm guessing if I missed anything, it was what was past the 0.3. And here, where's my notes? I can tell you. And I'll look it up in a second just to see. It was $29.99 free shipping. Yep, and it's still $29.99 on our website. And still 0.3 grams of gold. So not bad. It was a fun little challenge. I also, like I said, I like the fact that it's, all magnetic. So if you miss anything, it's going to be pretty easy for me to go back through to see what I missed. So, all right, let's get everything back to the ugly mug. And the pan staying somewhere decent. All right. All right. There we go. Ugly mug time. Let's put the panning camera away. I'll pop that back up in a second. Just so we can look at the gold a little bit. There we go. Here we go. See the gold. So, it was pretty fun. I like that one. That was a good bag. I was worried at first, like I said, that the gold would be larger. But it wasn't, so. Because you just never know. Some of these, you get these Black Sand Challenge. Yeah, I know, Richard. Ugly mug time. It's got to be there. It's what, I got to do it so I can give away some Paydirt, Got to make somebody suffer. I have to look at this thing in the mirror. You have to suffer if you want some Paydirt. 0.003 ounces. 0.96. It's guaranteed 0.3, so don't guess under 0.3. Because I know she's going to have more. I don't think it's going to have 0.4, though. I'm going to guess it's going to be like 0.31. I think it's going to be really close. I know she does put in extra gold, but it might actually be a little bit higher, Let's see. I don't think it's going to be more than 0.35. I think that's going to be about the limit. Well, y'all keep coming back for the ugly mug, so there's something. But, I like that, Like I said, Ashley over at BetterPansPaydirt, her Paydirt is really easy. Most of her other bags, I haven't tried all of them, but every bag I've ever done from her has been pretty easy to go through. And that one, while it is a little bit of a challenge, I do like the fact that it is all magnetic. So it would be pretty easy to spot check yourself and see how you're doing afterwards. So, but everyone, make sure, before I forget, go to the top of chat. There is a pinned comment. Follow that. Go to that hidden comment and leave one comment, because somebody tonight has a chance of winning a bag of Miller Prospecting Paydirt. This is 3 ounces of material I dug up myself in more northern Indiana, and it's guaranteed 0.25 grams of gold. And there was a 1 in 12 chance to also have a 1/4 gram picker in there. I don't know if it's been found or not. Nobody has claimed it. Nobody has said they have found the 1/4 gram yet, so it might still be out there, or somebody's just not telling. So, but as always, YouTube and its affiliates have nothing to do with this giveaway. This is 100% by me for everyone who puts up with my ugly mug. And there are a few people that are ineligible for this one, so if I pull your name, I will re-pull a new name. And that is Bubba & Sons, KC String, HD Chevrolet, Scott LeMay, Natalie Graham, Ronnie Davis, Rich Peterson, and Brian over at Indiana Creek Gold Prospecting and Paydirt. You are all ineligible until I've given away all 12 bags, and I only have, after tonight, 3 more to give away. So pretty soon, everyone will be back into the loop. Now, my hands don't really ever bug me from panning. My shoulders bug me. And I don't even use my shoulder that much from panning. If I pan for a really long time, my shoulders and my back will give out long before anything else. So that's about it, is my back. My hands never really bug me. This pan might eventually, just because I'm not a huge fan of, the way it's designed. They don't roll the edge, and I don't like that. Pan's got to be rolled. Otherwise, you're not going to play with it all the time. .342 is reasonable. Yeah, I mean, it was $30, so 0.3 is what? 20, like $15 worth of gold, something like that. It's like $17.50 worth of gold. So, yeah. I mean, it was free shipping. I guess it would just be, it's a small bag, so it'd be first class. She makes $20 worth of gold tops. So that's why I'm thinking 0.33 is about the limit, because that's about $20 worth of gold. So, thank you, AZ Digger. Thank you. Yeah, my back gives out just from just being old and my medical conditions. So it doesn't take long before it starts hurting. But that's the one good thing. That's one of the main reasons why I started panning, is just because it takes my mind off of things. So a lot of times I don't notice my back hurts until I'm done panning. And then it just, you shouldn't have been panning for the last 3 hours. So. Thank you, Jonathan Brewer. Thank you. Appreciate that. I usually, a lot of the times, like when it's super fine gold, that's usually when my back will start killing me. Because, if I'm panning something out, say, because I do like to do it, even though it's got a horrible ROI, is Washington Beach Mining Paydirt. Or you get one of these really big bags of Paydirt that is super challenging, is I'll take a break. Because I'll be panning to find gold for like an hour, and I'll say, let me go get something to eat or some coffee or something. And then when I come back, my back's killing me and I'm trying to pan, and then that's when it gets to be, too much. Yeah, everyone seems to complain that they don't like the classifiers for these XP pans just because they don't fit on a bucket. And I'm just assuming that maybe Australian buckets are different sized, But... I've never been a fan of those kits that come with the classifiers and any of those things, because every situation is going to be different where you're at and what you're going to need. So, that's the whole reason you build a pan with multiple type ripples, is so different outcomes, if you're dealing with different type of material, you need a different part. But the classifiers, unless you're going to have a kit with, multiple classifiers, you don't know what somebody's going to need. Oh, 907 Pike. That sounds like Brian. Brian sits in his lawn chair. But all right, let me go make sure everything is ready for the giveaway, and let's give away some Paydirt. Or try to give away some Paydirt. Let me go get my link. And there we go. Let me make sure everyone's comments has gone through too. That will help in case anyone for some reason got held away. And nope, everything worked this week. That's awesome. So, all right, let's just get rid of the panning camera and get rid of the background. And there we go. We're going to shrink down my ugly mug. And we're going to give away, try to give away a bag of Paydirt. So, post the link on here. Good luck, everyone. And again, YouTube and its sponsors have nothing to do with this giveaway. This is solely on me, by me. And you must post something in the live chat before the end of the show to claim this Paydirt. Otherwise, you forfeit it. And your name also goes on the list, so you can't collect next week's bag of Paydirt. So you really want to be here when I give these away if I call your name. So if I don't call your name, you could have missed the show and it wouldn't have mattered. But let's pull the names. Anything goes. Don't include replies. Let's go. I was going to say, were there no comments? Let's pick a winner. Well, there you go, Foobar. You've won, Foobar. So this is the day. This is that day. And it was good luck to you, not to everyone. But you have to post something in the live chat. So we'll see if you show up there. Foobar, you did win. So you won this. So that means everyone gets to look at my ugly mug. And then we're going to, hopefully he shows up. My mods will tell me, I'm sure. Because I gotta put the background back on. There you go. All right, now I can open up my chat. Let's see. Hey, Tay, thank you for joining the show. Thank you for joining. Very end of the show, because we only got 4 minutes left. Yeah, that's the only thing I could think of is that the buckets are. All right, Foobar is here. Thank you for listening to the show. I appreciate it. Let me post my email, because you have to email me so I can send this off to you. So there you go. Email me at dylan@millerprospecting.com so you can collect a bag of Paydirt. And I'm going to set this one aside so it won't be any of the other ones. And that's your bag. Hopefully it's got the picker in it. Or somebody finds the picker pretty soon. So that's thank everyone for joining the show. There's a lot of panning in this episode, that's for sure. I'm still undecided on the pan. Like I said, I think it should be 2 different pans, not just one. And thank you, Spider. I saw Foobar was here. I know chat's always much, the feed is much slower. So, but next Tuesday, Saturday, next Saturday, not Sunday, I will remember this time. Next Saturday, I do have a review. We'll be reviewing Sluice Boy Prospecting. Been 7 years since I reviewed them last. So this is the longest I've ever taken to re-review somebody. But I'll be re-reviewing Sluice Boy Prospecting. And then next Tuesday, we'll be panning out some Paydirt or maybe going through one of his gem bags. I haven't decided yet. We're going to look at that and see. But I will have a new video up Saturday and something up on Tuesday as well, another live show. So more ugly mug time. So I appreciate everyone that came to the show. Thank you everyone who donated during the show. I really appreciate that. Too kind of everyone. All my Patreon subscribers and members, I really appreciate y'all. It's because of donations and Patreon that I can do these Tuesday night shows, give away this Paydirt. So I thank you all very much. And I also appreciate everyone who joins these shows, watches my shows. It's because of that I actually keep putting them on. So if nobody came to these live shows, I wouldn't be here. So thanks everyone for being here. And like I said, Saturday, 7 o'clock, I will have a new video, a new review. That'll be Sluice Boy Prospecting. And I'm going through their nugget bags. So we're going to see what their nuggets are about, see if they have some Paydirt nuggets. And then next Tuesday, we're either going to be going through a bag of Paydirt or one of their gem bags. I haven't decided yet. I'm kind of leaning toward one of their gems bags, but I don't know yet. And we're also, next Tuesday, you want to be at this show because I have some Sluice Boy Prospecting Paydirt that I'm going to be giving away. I think I have 4 bags of Paydirt that I'm going to be giving away from Sluice Boy Prospecting. He donated to the channel. So it didn't affect the review any, but he donated some after I had bought my bag because he knew I was doing a review. So I will be giving away multiple bags of Paydirt next week. So you definitely want to catch next Tuesday if you're going to catch any of them. So, all right, everyone. Well, I'm going to get out of here. I hope everyone has a great remaining of their week until Saturday when I see y'all again. And then next Tuesday, when we're live and we're giving away a lot of Paydirt. So thanks, everyone.